New video is out today that shows just how much the Oakland PD lost control of their own last Thursday. Quick preface, the video you're about to see is graphic in nature.
It's okay? Is this okay?
March all over this, I dare you! March all over it! Put your fist on this! 99%. You can tell me the rest of the deal, 99%. And you're listening to your Ow! 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 You like the shot me!
Joining me now, Scott Campbell, a participant in the Occupy Oakland movement and the victim of that unprovoked police attack. Mr. Campbell, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you kindly for having me on.
First off, how are you?
I am healing day by day. I'm feeling a little better, but still in quite a bit of pain with some severe swelling and bruising.
Do you mind if we show the picture of what that looked like?
If viewers want to see it,
Yeah.
it's graphic, but sure, go ahead.
It pretty much is. Did you have any idea that that was about to happen? I mean, was that at the... Let me take it back before I even ask you that question. As that tape starts, is that your voice asking, is this okay? Were you asking essentially for police permission to videotape?
Yes, that's correct. I was approaching the line, an officer told me to stop, and so I stepped back 5 to 10 feet and asked the officer if this was okay, and he didn't respond, and I figured I was in public space, it was legal to film the police, I was a decent distance away, and that's when I began filming.
What was the rest of the situation that we can't see in this videotape? Were there other protesters behind you, or was it essentially just you walking towards your own right there?
There were several protesters behind me, but I was a bit away, a bit separated from the rest of the crowd. There was really absolutely nothing going on. It was a calm scene. People were milling about, sort of seeing what was going to happen next. And after I was shot, some people ran up and helped me, but there was no provocation or violence of any kind underway.
Any warning? Any of them, whoever shot you, anything from any of those officers? Any indication they were about to move?
No, there was absolutely no warning whatsoever. There was no order to disperse. There was no warning that weapons might be used. And in fact, after I was shot, the police officers remained there, and I was well out of the scene before they even moved further into the plaza.
I'm assuming you were not arrested or detained. Was anything happen involving the authorities after that? Has there been a word from the Oakland PD? Did the mayor send you a note? Anything like that?
I have not heard a word from the Oakland Police or City Hall. I've been in touch with several journalists who have been trying to get comments from both of those agencies, and both have so far declined to comment. So I'd be very interested in hearing what their response was to this unprovoked shooting.
So your response to this, I guess, would have to be you were walking, the police told you to back up a little bit, you backed up, you then asked if it was all right where you were, and you were filming this, and nobody stopped you, nobody said a word until some guy simply shot you without any warning. Is that about it? That's
exactly correct. What you see in the video is exactly what happened.
Well, did you ever theorize, even going in, knowing the troubles that there have been between the Oakland PD and the Occupy protesters, that something like this was imaginable as happening to you or anybody else?
I feel that anytime you go out to a demonstration, especially in Oakland, which has a legacy of police violence not only against the Occupy movement and protesters in general, but against the community, especially people of color, that there's always a chance that they'll use violence when it's completely uncalled for. But a situation like this, it reminds me more of scenes from the West Bank and Israeli assaults on Palestinian nonviolent protesters than happening in the city center of Oakland, California.
Well, I mean, it reminds me more of some of those black humor comedy sketches where the cop shoots or somebody shoots and then says, "Stop or I'll shoot," after shooting. Are you going to go back? I mean, is this enough for you, or will you go back to those protests?
Oh, I'll certainly go back. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to so far. My mobility has been extremely limited in the past days. I can, hardly walk, and just being able to get myself around. But as soon as I'm able to get out of the house, I will be going back to Occupy Oakland.
Is there anything, what kind of camera was that? Is there any way they could have mistaken that for something other than a camera?
I don't think so at all. I was holding it up. It was obvious that I was filming. It's a small sort of point-and-shoot digital camera. It's not a video camera. And in my other hand, which you can't see in the video, I was holding up a peace sign to show my intent was nonviolent. And they still shot me. And you would think that if they felt under threat, someone would have acted before 30 seconds had passed.
Well, it probably took them that long to figure out that your fingernails constituted a threat to them. Scott
Something
Campbell,
like that.
The victim at Occupy Oakland, I think it's tremendous of you to share this with us, and we wish you obviously the best in your recovery physically and psychologically.
Thank you kindly, and thank you for sharing this with the rest of the world.
Of course. Thank you.